guys. And you know what I did? I just put into my phone, you know how you can do that, where you can put in an address and it'll tell you how long it would take to drive there? I just did that, right? And it said that it would take me, if I got in the car right now, it would take almost 2 days to drive to you guys. But with technology, with our computers, we can talk just like that. So hey, I'm Amy Dykeman. I'm your friendly neighborhood kidlit author. Hey, I saw some hands back there. Hi, you guys. Yay! And I'm the author of Boy and Bot and Tea Party. Boy and Bot and Tea Party Rules. I actually dropped poor Bot. Oh no! And we'll be the bunny and horrible bear. And now, you guys, as of yesterday, I am the author of You Don't Want a Unicorn, which is the brand new book, and an amazing coincidence because I like to dress like a unicorn anyway. So I'm very, very excited that I get to talk to you guys for World Read Aloud Day week. I think tomorrow is the official day. I thought it was today, actually, but somebody said it's tomorrow. But I am so glad that I get to talk to you guys because I know that we're doing wonderful celebrations for reading all week long. So very cool. How many of you guys got to read aloud to somebody this week? Raise your hand if you did. Yay, awesome, I see some hands. Okay, cool. Remember, you guys, you don't even have to read to another person. It's simply the joy of reading aloud. It's fun to read to other people. If you don't have any other people handy when you want to read a book, you can read to a pet. If you guys have pets, how many of you have pets? Raise your hands. Cool. How many of you have pet unicorns? Yeah. Wait a minute. If you haven't read the book yet, you'll find out why that's not a good idea. Or you can read to, even a stuffed animal if you have, a teddy bear and stuff. You were never too old for teddy bears, guys. This guy's mine. Cool. So you can read to anybody. And I'm really excited that I get to read with you guys today. And in addition to talking to you about my own books, I would love to talk to you about some really cool books that I got at the library this week. Now, I like all kinds of books, you guys. I like little books, big books. I like books, everything from baby books to okay, I don't read that many books for grown-ups, but anything from baby books to young adult books, okay? In fact, I'll share with you guys, this is a kind of a book for you older readers. I just got this yesterday. It's Neil Gaiman's new one on Norse mythology. I'm really excited about this. So, and you guys know Thor and his hammer and everything. I'm excited to learn about this. But for the most part, I like reading picture books because that's what I like to write. So picture books and board books. So, guys, buckle up. Are we ready to buzz through a whole bunch of cool books I found in my library? Yeah! All right, shout it out if you guys have seen these books too, okay? So, of course, what did we have yesterday, guys? What day was it yesterday? Valentine's Day. And so there are some amazing Valentine's Day books out now. So I'm still coming off that joy of discovering these cool Valentine's Day books. And I wanted to share two special ones with you right now. First off, we have XO Ox. Have you guys seen this one? No. It's so much fun. I hear like a ooh. I couldn't tell if this were yeses or no's, but for you friends who haven't seen this one, it's so good. It's written by Adam Rex. He's the author, and it's illustrated by Scott Campbell. And it's so funny because I don't know if you guys do this too, but this used to be a thing too a little while ago. I think folks still do it now, where you sign a letter. XO means hugs and kisses. If you reverse it, it spells ox. So this is a book about a correspondence and admiring of Ox to Gazelle. And unfortunately, at the beginning, she doesn't feel the same way about him. And I love books where the characters write letters. So I'll just share part of it with you. This is the first letter from Ox to Gazelle. Dear Gazelle, for some time now, I've wanted to write a letter to you to say how much I admire you. You're so graceful and fine. Even when you are running from tigers, you are like a ballerina who is running from tigers. I think what I'm trying to say is, I love you. XO Ox. Aww. Unfortunately, she doesn't feel the same way at the beginning, guys, but she does come around. So check that one out. And this one's so cool. How do you guys like squirrels? Raise your hand if you like squirrels. Yay! I adore squirrels, okay? We actually used to have a pet squirrel at my old house. where for a very good long while, I'd say maybe 2 years, we had a squirrel that would come and bang on the window every morning, and we would feed him peanuts, which was adorable and great, except then he started burying them in my neighbor's flower bed. She didn't like that. But then one day, he just didn't come around anymore. I think he probably moved to Florida, where it's warmer. But anyway, guys, I'm very much into squirrels, and this one is The Secret Life of Squirrels, a love story. This one's different from the last book. It's not illustrated, right? These are illustrations. These are what Scott Campbell drew. These aren't illustrated. These are photographs, and I have to show you guys some of the amazing pictures. So believe it or not, Nancy Rose, the author, right, she makes these little sets, okay, these little, like, scenes, and she puts them in her backyard, and these are all her actual neighborhood squirrels that come and interact with her sets. So here we have, like, little badminton set, right, and here, let's see, I'll show you, there's a really cute one, guys. I should have page marked it. Look, the squirrels like to read books too. This is an actual set that she made and put in her backyard, and the squirrels came and interacted with it because she hides peanuts in it, so they want to play. How cool is that, right? So even if you have friends who maybe drawing's not your thing, you can still make a book with real-life photographs too. So I thought that was just amazing, and I had to share that with you. Okay, guys, so like we saw before, I'm the author of Wolfie the Bunny, which is a sibling story, and I love sibling relationship stories, so I had to share this one with you quickly, too. This is Alphonse, That Is Not Okay to Do by Daisy Hurst. It's so funny. The thing that Alphonse did that was not okay to do, I'll let you know, he tried to eat her favorite book. We do not eat our books, okay? So that was lots of fun. How many of you guys have a brother or sister at home? Raise your hand if you do. Yay! Okay, cool. If you don't feel bad, because I don't have a brother or sister at home either. But you can still write about things even if you don't experience them yourself. So I never knew what it was like to have a brother or sister growing up. But I decided to write a book about it anyway. So that's something you can do. Okay, guys, toy break. I have to admit, you can probably tell I'm a big kid, okay? And it helps if you write for kids to be a big kid at heart, okay? And one thing that I love is toys. So I decided last time I was at the library, my public library, I got a book about toys. And it's so cool, guys. These are all toys of the past. So it's toys that, you know, were popular at different times long ago. I'll show you guys. Let's see. I should have marked this. I'm sorry. Oh, this is neat. They show a timeline of different toys that were very popular at different times. Something I thought was funny is one of the images I saw in this book was Pokemon cards from like the last time they were very popular in the 1990s, and they're popular again today. So I thought that was kind of cool, all these different things. And actually, guys, I got a new toy for Valentine's Day. I have to show you because I Skyped with some other classes today, and those kids didn't know this toy. And teachers, maybe you remember this toy too. It's called Stretch Armstrong. And this is a very, very small Stretch Armstrong. You guys know Stretch? You know this? Okay, Stretch Armstrong. And again, he's normally bigger. This is a miniature. I see one hand. Yay, okay. Watch this. It will blow your mind. Ready? Look. And then it's making it come back from before, just like Pokemon. So just thought that was cool. But again, anything you guys like, anything you like at all, anything you're into, you can find a book about it at your library. So very cool, you guys. Okay, oh, even more. So this is a fun one I got. It's What the Dinosaurs Did Last Night. And again, it's a book using photos. So even if drawing's not your thing, like, you know what? I really can't draw. Anytime I try to draw something, it doesn't look like what it's supposed to be. So that's why I'm so blessed to have amazing illustrators. And I'll show you their pictures in just a bit. But here, you guys, you can see all kinds of plastic dinosaurs. And when they come alive at night and they rampage through the house, they get to do different things. Wow. So this is What the Dinosaurs Did Last Night by, I think it's Rafe and Susan Tuma. And the new book is coming out soon. It's What the Dinosaurs Did at School. So these guys get into a lot of trouble. So it should be fun to see what they do at school. So that you can never have too many plastic dinosaurs. Okay, guys, just a few more. Like, you know, I love friendship stories, like Boy and Bot, and all the cool friendship stories that I grew up on. I want to see if you guys know these already. I'm gonna name an old friendship story, and you tell me if it sounds familiar to you, okay? So first off, what about the amazing, the one and only Frog and Toad?
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah, you guys shouted that. I have it. Most of you know, okay? Cool. So I'm so glad that Frog and Toad is still a very popular series because these guys were the best. They were one of the first examples of, for at least for me anyway, growing up, that, you know, sometimes friends look different or act differently or are into different things, right? So Frog and Toad, they look different in appearance, right? Toad is small and he's brown, and Frog is tall and skinny and he's green, and they like different things, right? So like Frog is very good at gardening and Toad is not, and Frog is pretty patient and Toad is not, and all of these things, but they're the best of friends because inside where it counts, they're pretty much the same. So love these stories. And then, like Frog and Toad, we have George and Martha. Do you guys still know George and Martha? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I see some friends that are like, yeah, so these are the hippos, right? And these friends look pretty much alike, even though they dress differently, until the episode where George falls, right? And he gets a gold tooth, which I thought was really cool because then it continued through the series. And you hardly ever see that when something happens to a character and then it continues. I thought that was really cool. So great, I'm glad you guys still know George and Martha. And finally, what I gotta bring up is the Sneetches. You guys know the Sneetches? Right? Yeah, the guys, they have like the stars on their bellies, and the ones that did were all snooty, and they thought that they were better than the other guys who didn't. And of course, that's just ridiculous, because no matter what you look like, you're not better than anybody else, right? So, and eventually they became friends at the end. So cool. Hey, hi, my friends, I see you waving back there. Hi, I see you. This is awesome. This is a great connection, guys. I can see you crystal clear. One of my skies today, I couldn't really see the friends, but I love being able to see you so I could react if you can react. So, okay, so cool. I'm so glad you guys know those great old friendship stories that I grew up on, and I loved them ever since I was little. I'll even show you a picture of what I looked like when I was little before. A few more books, and then we'll get rolling. Let's see. This one, you guys, I had never heard of this book until I saw it at my library. It's called Friend or Foe. It's amazing I never heard of it because I love this illustrator, Dasha, and I'd love to know more books by this author, too, because this one was so neat. So it's a little mouse who lives on a little cottage, and every night it goes onto the roof and looks at the cat who lives in the big castle up above. And the mouse always wondered, if we were to meet in person, would we be friends or would we be enemies, which are foes? So would we be friend or foe? Can't tell you how it ends. You got to check it out yourself. This is a winner, guys. And finally, guys, one last book. And since I think we have a little extra time, I would love to read this book aloud to you, too, even though I didn't write this book. But boy, I wish I did. Because it is, in my opinion, a perfect picture book. I just discovered it this morning. It was a hidden gem in my library bag. I had a whole bunch of books in my library bag, which I should have here to show you because my library bag is huge. We're very, very lucky to have a great library near us. How many of you guys use your public library too, as well as your school library? Hands up if you do. Yay! Okay. Public library is the best, guys. And it's wonderful to have a school library too. And I know you guys have an amazing school library, so I'm really happy for you guys. It's nice to look at public libraries too. And so I had this huge bag of library books, and this guy was buried in it. I'd even forgotten I picked it up, and I read it this morning, and I'm just in love. So that's the nice thing about going to either your school library or your public library. There's a new book to love just waiting for you every time. And this one, guys, is Catnip by Jacob Grant. Has anybody read this? Raise your hand if you have. Yay, I see some hands. Oh, that's cool. I love cats. It's very weird that my cat is not here right now because normally anytime she hears me talking, she comes running. So she was with me for a Skype earlier today. She's I think slept out a couple of the afternoon Skypes. She had a hairball this morning, which is really gross. I think it tired her out. So okay, so I'm really into cat stories. I think I feel a cat story somewhere in my future. I might have to write one, but this one's a winner, guys. So I'd love to read it aloud to you. It's Catnip by Jacob Grant. And I just love, you guys know Grumpy Cat, right? Yeah. Grumpy Cat on the computer? Yeah, okay, so it kind of reminds me of this guy. Here we go, Catnip. Cool end pages, right? End pages always give a little hint to what you'll see in the story. brother, my constant friend, and occasional headache. Do any of you guys have a brother who's an occasional headache? Raise your hand and yeah. Okay, yeah, some of you guys were pretty enthusiastic about that. I don't know, does anybody have a brother right here in the room? Does anybody have a brother right here in the room? Okay, I see some hands. Okay. I was just wondering if your brother saw you raise your hand. That's kind of funny. Okay, again, sibling relationships. Here we go, guys. Cat and girl had always been good friends. Oh, look, they're cute and cuddly, but can you see what she's looking at, guys? Yeah, it's a sale for yarn. Uh-oh. That's a neat way for the illustrator to do something's about to change. One day, girl brought home a colorful new guest. His name was Yarn. And I love that. I never thought about naming something that wasn't, that wasn't alive. So I thought that was really, really cool. I mean, an object like that wasn't moving. Cat was fascinated by Yarn. He never had a friend so bright and woolly. Have you guys seen this? Like cats play with a ball of yarn. It's adorable. Oh my gosh, if you don't have a cat, go borrow a cat right now, okay? And give it to play with yarn because it's hysterical. Now, watch this. This is new. The two of them were inseparable. And look at all the things that the author illustrator did here with the yarn. Like the yarn in place of a snowman head and playing tic-tac-toe with yarn. And I just love this. All these things that you wouldn't normally think of. Brilliant! But girl also wanted to play with yarn. And this happens a lot in friendship stories, right? It's usually a 2 against 1 type of thing. Oh no! Bye, Yarn. Cat waited and waited. He wasn't sure what girl was up to, but he didn't like it. I think that's the best part. When Yarn returned, he wasn't his usual bouncy self. What does Yarn know, guys? Sometimes friends change, right? They don't always stay the same. Cat's friend had changed. Oh no! Look at it, it's a sweater for Cat. Have any of you guys ever tried to put clothes on your pet, either your cat or your dog? Yeah. Do they like it or not like it? Exactly, right? I have a daughter. She's inspiration from Wolfie the Bunny when she was little. She's big now. She's 13 now. But she makes little outfits for her cat all the time. And same thing, the cat does not like it. Cat did not like this new yarn one bit. He was itchy and stuffy and no fun at all. Aww. Sometimes wearing a big thick sweater inside isn't very fun. It's only about 30 degrees here. It looks like it must be much warmer where you guys are today, right? In California. But so we get sweaters. Yeah? Cat was so mad he hardly noticed the cold snow. Right? Have you ever been so upset that you just don't even notice like temperature and stuff? Yeah. Helps if you're wearing a sweater too. He had to get away from this new yarn. And look, he's wiggling this way, he's wiggling that way, he's trying everything, and finally he tries the branch, and it worked. But soon, Cat realized just how cold it was. And this is my favorite line, guys. Warming up to something new takes time. Right? And whether it's a new friend who's changed or a new concept, anything new in your life, sometimes it takes you a little while to get used to it. So Yarn may have changed, but they would always be friends. Aww. Now he finally likes it. But, oh, did you guys see? There's a hint. What's he looking at? Exactly. Oh, no. What do you think's coming up next?
Socks.
And one day, girl brought home a group of colorful guests. Uh-oh. Marvin. When he got used to that, here's the last image, guys. Right? Isn't that great? It doesn't even need words. It's so good. It conveys everything right there. And that's pretty much what my cat looks like anytime we try and dress her up, too. So there you go, guys. That's Cat Fit. Again, like this, write it, take a break. Other books with you guys too. Now, when I make books, I just do the words. So I'm the author, and I have amazing illustrators who do the illustrations. Did I already ask, how many of you guys like to draw? Raise your hands if you like to draw. Awesome. Does anybody think that they might want to be an illustrator when they grow up? Have you thought about that yet? Okay, cool. Yay! I see some hands. Great. I'm always on the lookout for new illustrators, you guys. So you guys love illustrating and drawing. Keep at it, and maybe someday we can collaborate. We can make a book together. Okay, so I'll share with you guys some of my author buddies. Oops, we dropped Boy and Bot. Unfortunately, oh no, poor Boy and Bot. But I'll show you. This is the illustrator of Boy and Bot. This is Dan Yacarino. Hello, I'm Dan Yacarino. And Dan loves robots just as much as I do. He actually has a big robot collection in his house. He has even more robots than I do. I was looking for my toy wind-up robot to show you. It's really cool. It's like old school. I couldn't find him today. I don't know where he went, but I do have, yay, to show you my bot. So I do love robots as well. And then for Tea Party Rules, guys, anytime an author's writing a story, you often think, well, you're always influenced by whatever's going on in your real life, right? And the things that you like. They say that when you write about something you either know or you love, you really put yourself into it, and it makes your stories authentic. So when I thought about writing my second book, Tea Party Rules, I thought, well, what do I like? And at the time, we were trying to learn how to bake cookies, and I really love cookies. This is actually not a real cookie. Fooled you. But I thought, well, let's try to do a book where cookies are important, and also tea parties. My daughter loved having tea parties. So, ta-da, Tea Party Rules, and that's illustrated by KG Campbell. So again, guys, these are the faces behind the illustrations. And then finally, for Wolfie and Horrible Bear, I have the same illustrator. And you can tell, you see a similarity in the styles, right? In the art. And this is the one and only Zachariah O'Hara. And Zach and I have so much fun, you guys. Haven't you guys seen the video of me and Zach where we're reading Wolfie the Bunny, and he's dressed head to toe in this big pink bunny costume? Yes. Yeah. How it's fun. You can talk to your teachers, librarians, parents, and you can see, because there's nothing like a 6-foot-tall, very serious guy dressed in a big pink bunny costume, and he's sitting there eating carrots the entire time that we're reading this story, and it's really fun. Oh, and guess what, you guys? Coming up later this month, right, there's an actual Wolfie video. So Weston Woods, they work with Scholastic. They make all these wonderful videos of different picture books, and they decided to do Wolfie the Bunny. And this was a dream come true, you guys. I've grown up watching these Weston Woods videos, okay? So I couldn't believe that one of my books was going to actually be a video, and they let me narrate it, and do all the voices, and do all the sound effects. Even, there's this one part where Wolfie snores, and I had to do the story, which was so much fun, so I'll show you. For here, Wolfie slept through the night. Now, how would you guys do this if you were a baby wolf? How would you make baby wolf snory sounds? Go ahead. Like, oh, or maybe you howl more like, oh, right as sleep. I don't know. But we had so much fun, you guys, and it was just like you see on TV. I went into like a recording studio, and there was a big hanging microphone, and I had to read it like 1,000 times. It's just like writing books. Even voiceovers is what they call it, don't usually come out with the first take. So I've never written a book. I've never sat down and written a book and then bam, it's been done. You rewrite it and you rewrite it and you rewrite it. Do you guys do that with your creative writing too? When you write stories for school? Do you like make notes and then you make it better and you try and improve it? Does that sound familiar? Yeah, right? So it's the same thing for I guess, for voice recordings. We took a lot of takes. That'll be out later this month. I hope you guys like it. The trailer for it just went up, so you can find the trailer on YouTube. Okay, so like I said, I'm working with Zach on those 2 books, Wolfie and Horrible Bear. We just wrapped up our 3rd book, too, which will be out next November. So when you guys are up in a different grade, right, in your next grade up, that'll be about the time when, September, October, November, I guess a few months later, for our 3rd book together, which is Read the Book Lemmings. And as you guys can probably tell, I love reading so much that I had to do a book where the characters learn to read. So really excited about Read the Book Lemmings too. So, and Zach, I gotta share this with you guys. This is so funny. So as you can tell, Zach, very tall, very bald, right? But when we did Horrible Bear, he really got into it. I thought it'd be funny if I dressed up like the bear. You can tell I like to dress up as my characters, right? And then I only left one character for him to dress up as, which was the girl. And you won't believe it, guys. Zach is such a good sport. He actually wore this big fluffy red wig on his bald head to look like the girl when we read Horrible Bear. And it was such a riot. It was so much fun. So he is a very good sport. You guys who like to draw, if you do become my future illustrator, remember that costumes might be in your future. And you guys, as of yesterday, I am also the author of You Don't Want a Unicorn. This is a random book that just came out, and it is illustrated by the amazing Liz Climo. So Liz she has lots of hats, her guys, and I don't mean like hats like this. Well, maybe she has lots of hats too, I don't know. But Liz does lots of things. So in addition to being a children's book illustrator, so she illustrated my book, which was the first book that she drew where someone else did the pictures. She also has the Rory the Dinosaur series, which maybe some of you guys know, maybe your little brothers and sisters might know too, because it's for slightly older kids. Although, books are for everyone. So there's never be afraid to pick up a book that you like because it says like, oh, this is for kids that are this age and you're older than that. Because especially for picture books or board books, they're for everybody. But so Liz is also an animator on a little show you might have heard of called The Simpsons, right? And I'm like, oh, yeah, The Simpsons is going to work on my book. And she also has a comic strip on Tumblr, which is really cute and really popular. So I was thrilled to work with Liz. She's a wonderful person, and I think she did phenomenal illustrations on You Don't Want a Unicorn. So friends, I would love to read one of my books to you as well, if there's a book of mine that you'd like to hear. And then I'd love to answer any questions that you might have about reading, writing, making books, being creative, what I had for breakfast even, if you want to ask. So give those questions in mind. And did you guys have a book that you'd like me to read? Okay, you got it. Cool. And how convenient, because I'm dressed like one. Okay, here we go, guys. It's You Don't Want a Unicorn. And I don't know if you can tell, but our friends at Little Brown did this cool thing. They put like a sparkly holographic foil on the unicorn and on the title, which was really fun. I couldn't believe it. I thought that was great. Okay, guys, here we go. And remember, we want to enjoy every part of the book. So after we're done reading, we're going to take a peek under the dust jacket, the pink part of it. Okay? All right, You Don't Want a Unicorn. Here's the front end page where we see all these unicorns. Wow. I thought this was just about one unicorn. Where'd they come from? Here we go. You Don't Want a Unicorn by Amy Dyckman. That's me. Illustrated by Liz Climo. And look, guys, he's walking through the park to a wishing fountain. How many guys have ever thrown a coin into a fountain and made a wish? Yeah? Cool. Don't wish for a unicorn. This is why. Wait. You were going to wish for a unicorn, weren't you? It's a pretty good guess, right? He's wearing a shirt that says, I heart unicorns. He's holding a stuffed unicorn. But wishing for a unicorn is a big mistake. Just step away and... he doesn't listen, guys. Flip. Uh-oh. Things are about to get ugly. Trust me. Wait, do you guys see ugly here? No. Beautiful! It's a beautiful unicorn with beautiful rainbows. What could possibly go wrong? Sure, having a unicorn seems fun at first. Look, guys, he's jumping over parked cars on the back of his unicorn. How many of you would like to do that? Yeah, right? That looks awesome. All right. And then it gets better, guys. Look, zooming through the sky with rainbow power. Fine. It's awesome, okay? But it's not worth it. What you don't know is unicorns shed. Oh no, but they don't shed hair, guys. They shed sparkles. And we're not talking a little bit of sparkles. We're talking piles of sparkles. Like imagine you can't find anything because it's all sparkles. And guys, it's nice to have a couch, right? Unicorn scratch. That used to be the couch. Oh hard you try. You guys won't believe it. Unicorns can't be house trained. Oh no! Piles of cupcakes everywhere! And these aren't the kind you want to eat. So you don't want that. Trust me. Oh no! Ah, hey! He's holding his own. Not bad. Whoops, wait. I think we skipped something. Ah, we did. I should know my book better. Don't even get me started on the jumping. Oh no, unicorns and ceilings don't mix, you guys. The chewing. Goodbye, carpet. And this is the worst, guys. The burping. Oh no! It's not a bad burp after like a hot dog or something. No, wait. These guys burp rainbow lasers, okay? But still, our protagonist is the main character, right? He's doing pretty good, right? Hey, not bad. Look, he cleaned everything up. He probably could pull this off if it wasn't for the biggest, top secret, nobody knows about a problem with having a unicorn. Do you see what he's drawing, guys?
Unicorn.
Yeah, he's drawing other unicorns. So I think he's a little lonely. Here goes, guys. Here's the biggest top secret nobody knows about a problem with having a unicorn. Unicorns live in groups. And when a unicorn gets lonely, what he's doing with his horn, guys? Ding, ding, ding.
Magic.
He calls a friend. Poof. Uh-oh. No! Right when you're thinking this could be double super fun, right? One unicorn's good? Well, maybe not so good. Two would be better? No! Poof! There's another! Poof! And another! Poof! Great! You just unleashed the greatest destructive force in the universe, guys. A unicorn party! Oh no! And look, it's chaos! Yes, exactly! They are dancing! There's cupcakes everywhere! They're eating the carpet! Oh, even worse, they're eating all of your Doritos! Oh no! You can't have this! This is chaos! So what must you do, guys? Oh, and I told you! Why didn't you trust me? So quick, grab your piggy bank, right? If we wished them here, we can wish them away. Run! You have to wish them away! We just said that. Flip, 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 flip. Look, guys, he's throwing the coins in the cat as fast as he can. Flip, 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 flip. Right? 4 coins in, 4 poofs, 4 unicorns gone. Oh, but it's the first unicorn. Yeah, that one needs to go back too. It's for the best. Trust me. Oh, plip. So what happens after the plip, guys? First it's a plip, then it's a yeah. And there it is. Poof. He's sad. I'll cheer up. You could get a goldfish. Makes a good pet. Or a nice rock. That's an easy cut, right? Or, and look guys, what is look, there's Stuffy Dragon. It gives him an idea. And he has 1 coin left. Uh-oh. Stop! You don't want one of those either. Trust. Too late, guys. Flip it. So what are we expecting?
Dragon.
Ooh. He says, trust me. Oh no! I don't know if you can see, guys, but he's crossed out I heart unicorn. He's on to the next thing already. I heart dragon. I guess we never really learned, right? But it's part of growing up. So now you guys under the dust packet, right? So here's that party scene, the greatest destructive force in the universe again. And here, you guys, is where we learn all of the unicorn names, okay? So we had so much fun naming these characters. I like old sci-fi movies, so our pink one is named Barbara, after an old sci-fi movie. Oh, great, this is Roxy. She just looks like a Roxy with her cool little rainbow leg warmers. Liz got to name MC Sparkles. She said, you know, if you see him him with his earphones, right? He's got like Beats on or something. He looked like a music horn, definitely. I thought our protagonist unicorn, our main unicorn, was Lewis. He just looked like a Lewis Sweet. And you guys, like, the coolest story about this one, this green one here is named Doom Pony. And guess what? We talked a little bit about real life, like inspiring you. I actually know someone named Doom Pony, okay? I'm not even kidding you. She works as a costumer for the place that makes all my like ears and headbands for my characters. She's this little thing. She's a girl. I think this is probably a boy unicorn. Not that it matters. But she also has green hair, you guys. And I didn't even know. I just liked her name. And then I finally saw a picture of her. She's a little thing, like maybe like, I'm guessing 5 feet tall. She has a 3-foot tall green mohawk, you guys. I'm not even kidding. It was so cool. I'm like, yay, Doom Ponies. I'm glad Doom Pony got in the book too. So you guys, there we go. That's the latest book. I'm working on a bunch of other books right now, including some books, you know, again, word books and picture books for everybody. But some books for your little brothers and sisters. The new one about reading I talked to you about with Zach. I have a new series about sharks. I love sharks. They're really cool. And a whole bunch of other stuff in the works too. So guys, I think we have about 5 minutes left before you have to get to your next thing. I would love to hear some questions. Anything you might want to know, reading, writing, being creative, etc. If that's okay with your teachers, I don't know what your audio setup is. I unfortunately haven't been able to hear you for a lot of this yet. Okay, we have the thumbs up. Cool. So we can take as many questions as we can before you guys have to jet, okay?
Just give me 1 second to, you know,
you got it? Cool. All right. Very cool. All right. In the meantime, you guys, I really enjoyed talking with you today about books. And again, we focus more on picture books today, but I love all kinds of books. Hope you guys do too. And remember, even if you don't like fiction, if you're more of a facts and learning stuff, you know, like learning real life facts, there's always a non-fiction book out there for exactly what you like.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead. Diego, come on. Okay. All right, my friends. If your teacher's not talking directly to you, everyone sit down on your bottom.
Hi, Diego. Good. Hey, I heard you have a question for me. What would you like to know?
Out of all your books you wrote, which is your favorite?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I love all my books. I really, really do. And I'm not trying to get out of the question. And each one is fun and different in its own way. Let's see. But, okay, so that being said, and I love all my books, because Wolfie was inspired by my daughter, that's got a special soft spot in my heart for that. And I don't know if you guys got to read it, but in the back of the book, there's something called an author note. And Zach got to do one too. He got to do an illustrator note or an artist note where he talked about what inspired him to make the art. But let's see, for Wolfie, it was, and I think I said this, my daughter was an adorable toddler, except when she was tired. Then she transformed. When she was tired, you guys, just like maybe you guys with your little brothers and sisters, she would get really cranky and she'd like that. And she sounded like a little wolf. And so my husband and I looked at each other and said, she's like a wolf baby. And that gave me the idea of what would happen if a wolf went to go live with a family of bunnies. So while I love all my books equally, this one has the special spot because it reminds me of my daughter. The great question, my friend. Thank you, Diana. Does anybody else have any questions for me?
Here we go. You guys have
I like your book. That's really cool. I like these too.
Okay. Tomorrow. Okay, go ahead. And Chris. What's your favorite book?
Ooh, that's a great question too. My favorite book from the time I was really little. In fact, I don't even think I showed you guys this picture. Let me see. I have a picture of when I was just a wee baby. Here's all my illustrators. You should see my desk is all messy. Here it is, guys. Da-da-da! That was beautiful. Right? I love things on my head and on my head. I don't know what it is. But even when I was little, I loved books. And my favorite book of all time is Roar If You Got to Know It, okay? Give me a big roar, because it's Where the Wild Things Are. Awesome. That's my very, very, very favorite book. And I love it in all of its forms. It's been a movie, and it's been an animation, and it's been all kinds of things. And I love it. It's just the perfect story. So, thank you. Great question. that's a good question too, you guys. Oh my gosh. Some books are very fast. Unicorn was actually only a couple of weeks, I think, before it was ready to sub out. And that's not normal. Usually there's lots and lots and lots of rewriting. So Boy and Bob took me, you guys, 9 months to write before it was ready to go out. And right now, let's see, it took me 2 years to write, trying to get everything just right, because in picture books, every word's so important. And guys, right now I have a story that's at my editor right now. They're going to decide on it in 2 weeks. I'm biting my nails. But I've been working on that story for 7 years. Okay? That's probably older than, like, some of your little brothers and sisters been alive, right? It's crazy. So fingers crossed for that, right? But it takes a long time, but it's always lots of fun. So great question. Thank you.
Okay, next question. Here we go.
Cool. Hi.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food. Ooh, somebody asked me, a group of second graders asked me this today, and I like so many foods I had a hard time choosing, so I just started naming off all the foods I like. If you guys like them too, you can cheer. I like pizza. I like pasta. I like chocolate. I like everything except, okay, and if you guys like this food, you can still cheer for it, but I don't like anchovies. You know, little teeny salty fish on a pizza, yuckaroo. That's just my personal thing. If you like anchovies, that's cool. I support you. But I don't personally like anchovies. But I like almost every other type of food. And I want to know what your guys' favorite foods are too. So count of 3, shout them out. 1, 2, 3.
Pizza!
I hear a lot of people talk about them. Maybe I'll have to have pizza tomorrow night. Cool. Thank you.
Okay, my friends, please be quiet so we can hear the question.
Hi. Oh, yours.
My question is, if you had any other job than writing books, what would you do?
If you had any other job.
Oh, that is a genius question. Oh, okay, this is silly, right? But no dreams too big. I really like cats, as you know, and I thought, well, maybe I can do something with really big cats. And I watched, like, people who train, or who work with, not train, but who work with big animals, big cats on TV. I thought, well, maybe I could be like a zookeeper or something like that and work with these really big cats. I thought that would be cool, but I don't have any experience doing that. It just seemed like a neat thing to do, right? But I had a whole bunch of different jobs before I started writing books because I've only been an author since 2012. So Boy and Bob came out in 2012, and I started writing just a few years before that, even though it was something I always wanted to do. But I had a whole bunch of other jobs. I worked in an office, and I worked in a restaurant, and I was even a costumed character, you guys. I know, it's probably where all of the, like, ears and stuff cut in. But, you know, if you ever go to, like, a theme park and you see, like, the different characters walking around in the big costumes, yeah, let me tell you, it gets hot in there, okay? But it was a lot of fun, too. So all different kinds of things. But I think it's good to work a lot of jobs if you want to be a writer, because then you get all these different experiences that sometimes work their way into your books. But great question, my friend. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cool. Hi.
At what age did you start writing books?
Oh, good question. So, oh wait, math is involved. Okay, we can work backwards, right? So my first book came out in 2012. I started seriously writing in 2008, and it's 2017 now. Oh boy, wait, so is that, I'm really bad at math, guys, but I'm going to try and work this out. Okay, so 2008 to 2017 is, wait, is it 11? No. 9. See, I told you. Okay, so my friend asked what would I be doing if I wasn't making books. Apparently math is not what I would be doing. Okay, so 9 years ago, and I'm 43 years old now, so that, I guess I was 34? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My friends, you're better at math than I am, but yay, you powered through it. All right, so yeah, I guess I was 34 years old when I said, look, I'm really gonna buckle down and do this and hope it works out, and it did. Now, the way I was able to do that is my family was very supportive of me. So there would be days where I'd be like, oh, I have a story idea, and I'm gonna be writing it. Can you guys help make dinner? Can you help clean up the kitchen, or can you help vacuum or something? And they did. My family's amazing, and they'll always be like my best reader support. So, but thank you very much. I mean, you guys are awesome too, but you don't do dishes, right? But no, they were fabulous. So, but thank you very much. That's a great question. Thank you.
I was thinking it was the last time we were Skyping, you were telling us how you were with your family and you bumped your head, I think. That's when you came up with the unicorn. I think you told us some story like that. That's when you found the unicorn book.
That could be very, very possible. I do bump my head a lot. As you saw, I dropped even one of my books. I'm a very clumsy person, which is kind of funny. That could absolutely be true. I thought that maybe it was because I really liked unicorns when I was little. In fact, I had to get a study that looks just like, well, I think it looks just like Lewis, so I thought it was too cute.
Very cute.
Good. When I was, I know, right? When I was little, I had a poster on my wall of a unicorn, and I would wish every night that it would, like, you know, I'd wake up in the morning, there'd be a real unicorn. Or I also had a Barbie dream horse, which is kind of funny and embarrassing. Anybody else have a Barbie dream horse? Come on, it's okay. No hands. Oh, no, hands. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. And same thing, I would wish it would be a real unicorn too. So maybe, but yeah, that's so funny. Maybe I bumped my head so hard I don't remember that story. It's very cool. Hi, my friend, how are you? I like your headband. That's cool. What's your question? Oh, the first book I made. So Boy and Bot was my first book. And then about a year and a half later, Tea Party Rules came out. And then I started doing a book a year. And now I have a whole bunch of other books that are about to come out. So I think we're going to be doing like 2 and in some cases 3 books a year for a while. Not good, right? But it keeps coming.
You can do
like
it.
that.
You can do it. We can't wait.
Thank you very much. And maybe someday I'll write like a big book too, like maybe a middle grade or a big chapter book or something like that. My daughter likes big, thick books too, and she's like, Mom, maybe you could write one of these stories. For now, though, I really like picture books and board books. I like being a little kid. So, but great question, my friend. Thank you so much.
Move your feet. Okay. Here we go.
What's your favorite color?
Favorite color?
Oh, my favorite color. Let's see. So we talked about me being clumsy, right? So I wear dark colors a lot because sometimes if you drop something on yourself and you're wearing a dark color, it doesn't show as much. So most of my clothes are black. I decided not to wear black today, and I wore brown. But my favorite hair colors are the opposite. I like really bright hair colors. So this is actually my real hair that I dyed blue. This little puff right here is what we call monster fur. It's not made of real monsters, guys. It's just a costuming term. So this is not my real hair. This is my real hair, and you can see different colors of my hair on the different photos in my books. Like I think I tried to match the cover. So here, if this is yellow, yeah, I was blonde in that author photo. I think in unicorn, I think I have purple hair. Yeah, with purple hair and unicorn because it matches that one. But yeah, so my favorite clothing colors are dark, and my favorite hair colors are bright. But I love all colors, but probably black and this blue, actually. What's your favorite color?
Yellow.
Yellow. Yellow is also good. We love yellow too. Cool. Hi, my friend.
What inspired you to be an author?
Oh, good question. I've always loved stories ever since I was little, and so I thought about being an author, and then I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade, and we started telling stories, and so I started telling this crazy story I made up about. Have you guys ever been to a party and they had like a big bowl of punch? You know? Yeah. Okay, so I wrote a story about. Oh, wow! I just realized something. I wrote a story about these punch bowls, but they were alive, and they wore sneakers, and they could talk and move around, and they were goofy. And it made all my friends giggle because it was so funny. And I thought, hey, this is really cool, making kids